This is bad. This is very bad because all the reports we've been getting are different to what the Chelsea insider said. Yes, the Chelsea insider's Matt Law. We already know it. Let's get in with it. Welcome to the Kavkas View. You guys already know the deal. We've got all the latest Chelsea transfer rumors for you guys in one video from the last 24 hours. This is popping off. Matt Law had a lot to say. And this video is purely going to be from what he said on the London is Blue podcast. They don't like me. They blocked me on Twitter. I don't know why. I've never even communicated with them, but it is what it is. If you guys want to go ask them why they blocked the Kavkas View, we will find out. Otherwise, let's get into what we will be talking about. So, Adama Traore latest news. Ruben Loftus-Cheek looks like he's staying. Romelu Lukaku and Erling Haaland news. And finally, last but not least, how much will it take to get Declan Rice to the club? Yes, that fee is revealed, and Matt Law gives his inside view, and he doesn't just throw numbers around. We know when he says something, it's because he knows someone that told him. So let's get in with the video. People, ain't no mountain high. 10K, here we come. Listen, 10K, here we come. We are close. We are 850 away. So start hitting that subscribe button. I'm dead serious, guys. Every single subscriber helps. Every single like helps. I cannot underestimate how much likes help. Algorithm loves it. In the comments below, let me know if you could sign any one of Haaland, Rice, or Romelu Lukaku. Which one would you sign? But without further ado, let's get in with it. So, like I always tell you guys, the reports that I get, right, that I bring to you guys on this channel, they're not from my sources. I've got no sources, right? The only thing I have is sources in my fridge. Nando's sauce, Perinaise, everything you need to know, source-wise, you have it. No one likes dry food. But more important, Haaland rumors have been misleading, apparently, according to Matt Law. But Fabrizio Romano, Christian Falk, all are saying a different story. So it's very interesting who you want to believe here. According to Matt Law, the links are very tentative. Like, Chelsea want to get this deal done. Roman Abramovich is actively pursuing it. He wants this deal done. But it's tentative. It's not as obsessive as we've been told, as it's been reported, which is really upsetting. I'm not going to lie to you, because I really want Erling Haaland at the club. I'm fixated with the idea of getting a Haaland shirt now. So let me know what you guys think about this, and shall I be upset? Yes or no? One thing he did throw oil to the fire, not fire to the oil. It's not like that. But one thing he did say and reincarnate, because I thought this was over. Romelu Lukaku is not ruled out. He said he doesn't believe that this deal was done. He feels that Inter Milan might still need to sell to generate some money because they owe the bank some money. We all know that, hence why they had to sell Hakimi, hence why they had to get rid of the assets so quickly. And for me, it's very interesting when we actually deep it down onto the level. Like, is Romelu Lukaku what Chelsea need? Look, a lot of people are saying he's the third best striker at the European Championships right now. Like, he's one of the best around. I understand how good he is, but you need to think about the system and you need to think of the type of player. Does he fit in with what Chelsea want to do next season? I'm not totally convinced. I'm not going to lie to you. I think he's a baller. I think he's fantastic. But is he what Chelsea need? That's for you guys to decide. Story number 3, and this is about Declan Rice. And Declan Rice had a good game against Germany in the second half in the defensive aspect when we were coshed back and he was getting into tackles, winning 50-50. He's looking meh. Like, that's what I think he is. I don't think he's nothing special. I think he's decent in when he plays for a low block team. But I think once you give him the ball and you ask him to actively make something happen, right? Actively make something happen. He won't. Like, I don't think he's got the passing range. I don't think he's got the passing capabilities to be under control. Like, I think he's very average. Hence why I think the fee of 100 million is absurd. Rumors have it that Matt Law thinks if it goes down to 70 million, it would be very interesting. I think Chelsea need to avoid this move at all costs. We don't need a player of his caliber. Like, whilst he's good in a single six role most probably, I still think the issues will arise from playing out the back. We are used to Jorginho. We are used to Kovacic. We are used to people beating the press by just literally weaving out of a challenge and shifting the ball quickly. He can't do that. He's not that player. Look at the way he plays for England. I've been saying it and people didn't want to listen. When he is faced with playing for England, he will underachieve. And that's what he's done. I don't think his price has gone up by playing England. I think his price has actually gone down. Like, it's literally deflated his value because people got more exposure to see what he's actually made of. One player that's going to get an opportunity apparently this preseason, and it's confirmed, is going to be Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Thomas Tuchel apparently really rates the player, and you guys already know my thoughts. I think he's absolutely wavy, geezer, absolutely fire, mint sauce, that's what he is. The guy is class. When you think about what he can do on the ball, and I think he already had the year of recovery from the Achilles. Now he needs game time. I don't know whether he's going to be able to get that game time at Chelsea. And I don't know, this is the serious thing. Where does he fit in the 3-4-3 formation? Unless we move to a 4-3-3 and he goes as an 8, then I'm like, okay, cool, I understand where he fits in. But 6, I don't see him. I don't see Ruben as mobile enough to play that position. 10, I don't see him getting ahead of the competition. So where does Ruben's long-term future hold? He spoke about him, Thomas Tuchel, in a press conference recently, but it was a PR answer. He compared him to Michael Ballack. He gave him a lot of credit and a lot of plaudits, and he said he was going to look at him in detail. But the reality is I don't understand what's going to happen with Ruben. The good thing is we could always flip Ruben and make good money. Like, that's the best way of looking at it. Otherwise, I'm not too sure in it. But it is what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And now we're going to move on to the final story of the day. And it's one that has me very uneasy, I'm not going to lie to you. Adama Traore is linked with the club, and Matt Law thinks it will take approximately 20 to 25 million pounds to get the deal done. Whilst I think Adama Traore is a very good player in respect to the club that he plays in, like relative, it is always relative. Who does he play for? He plays for Wolves. They're a counter-attacking side. There's a lot of space in behind. He'll take a man on and has a lot of space to run in. He doesn't start for Spain. Why doesn't he start for Spain? Well, part of the reason he doesn't start for Spain is because he's not that comfortable in possession. His 1-2 play and his passing range, he's not the most technically secure. Even though he came out of La Masia, I would have expected his passing range to be a little bit better than it is. The player is a good player, and I think he would flourish in a system that ensured they were counter-attacking. Chelsea will dominate possession for majority of the game. People like, oh, against the deep block player. I think that's the wrong thing to do. Whilst having overloads and using him correctly could be functioning and better, I think we will miss out on the little integral stuff of him defending one-on-one on the way back. And more importantly, 1-2 combinations that will get him in. Some of the stuff that I saw from Mason Mount when he played right-sided centre forward, and Callum Hudson-Odoi at the right wing-back position, that quick interchange of 1-2, he's in behind. I don't see Adama Traore being capable of doing that. I really don't. It's something that will need to be developed, and I don't feel comfortable spending that kind of money on a player that's already meant to be great. Like, he's coming in as a squad player. You don't spend money on squad players. I've said this many times and I'll repeat it again. You don't spend money on squad players. We've done it before. Bakayoko, Drinkwater. You don't spend money on squad players. You go and give the youth opportunity. Because then, when they don't succeed to be good enough to start for you, you flip them. Tomori, you flipped him. You made good money. And then you can actually go and afford Erling Haaland. It's ridiculous that even to this day, Chelsea are looking to repeat the same mistakes. I hope this doesn't happen. I hope Livramento gets the opportunity. We let go of Tariq Lamptey. Why? Like, why did we let Tariq go? It's really annoying when you actually look back at it. Now, the club wants to go and get Adama Traore. Like, it just doesn't make sense. The math's not mathing, and it's really frustrating. But this was the Kavkas View. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's a quick little fire round today. Thank you, by the way, London is Blue podcast, for having Matt Law on. It gives a lot of Chelsea fans the opportunity to hear this. I know you guys blocked me on Twitter. I still don't know why, so it is what it is. If any of you lot are interested and want to find out, at me on Twitter. My link is in the bio, and literally just at me in London is Blue podcast and find out why I'm blocked. Peace out, I'm out.